welcome to Pickle Talk, where we eat some pickles and talk some shit because those are two of my favorite things. Oh, nothing hits harder than a freshly cracked open jar of pickles. And yes, there's garlic. I do love some dill, but garlic always. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. No, I could literally drink this entire jar. While I'm digging for my first pickle, I, of course, will be doing my reaction content. But I just really, truly, I love content where you just talk to people. And I want to connect with you guys in a different way and about subjects that maybe are weighing on me. I honestly think this Pickle Talk series is more for me than anybody else. And today's topic is something that has been weighing on me. And I talked to Matt a little bit about it, and I was like, I feel like people on my YouTube who are all over the world, different ages, different genders, different upbringing, will have a lot of opinions and advice that could really help me and other people. Okay? So, why is this so mushy? Where's the crunch? I don't want that one. Today, I really want to talk about life in your 30s. Tell me in the comments how old you are, please. That way I can just get an idea. But I am 31 years old. I turned 32 in September. And I'm just feeling my 30s really heavily. And I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, if this is any indication of how I feel, I'm sitting in my bed eating a jar of pickles with a pickle blanket talking to a camera. This is what my 30s is, okay? I am feeling change. I'm feeling pressure, and I could use someone to talk to. And I know I'm talking to a camera, but I read all your comments and it does really help. So I want to talk about it. I just want to talk about how different 30s is versus 20s. I feel like there's a lot of pressure in your 30s that I never felt in my 20s. The pressure of time. Most importantly, I feel like I'm running out of time. And I know that's such a crazy thing because people who I talk to who might be older are like, 30s, you're so young, you have so much time left. But when you're the one in it, it doesn't feel that way. I feel like I'm running out of time to reach my goals. I feel like time is going by faster than ever. And I am just overwhelmed with anxiety when it comes to time. There's no time. The time is flying. I'm already 31. Like, I feel like I should be in a different position than where I am when I look back and where I thought I'd be by the time I was 31. It's crazy, and it's so much pressure, and it's so overwhelming. Now, I know y'all just saw that. Okay, I will be eating this. If you think I'm not, if you think I'm wasting that pickle. Anyways, so if you have felt this way, or maybe you're feeling it, or if you have advice because you felt it in your 30s and you're no longer in your 30s, I will take any advice. Is that normal? Do other people feel that? Do I have more time than I think I do? I would really appreciate any kind of feedback. I feel the pressure of career. I feel the pressure in relationships. I know a lot of women feel the pressure in their 30s of having children and their body time clock. As of this moment, I don't want kids. I don't see them in my future, but who knows, you know? You have no idea where your heart and your mind will be at in a few years. And I'm turning 32 this year, and I'm like, should I really be like thinking about this? And there's pressure in relationships. You should get married. You should do this. And there's just so many different pressures. And I feel like a lot of time, the pressure just comes from yourself. Those pressures aren't even actually there half the time, but in your mind and in your heart, it feels like there's pressure even when there's not, if that makes sense. And I just feel like there's so much change in my 30s. Like everything is changing. My relationships, especially friendships, very different. Not in a bad way. I still have a lot of my very closest friends that I have grown up with since kindergarten. I'm very lucky. I love them dearly. I have a great relationship. But your friendships are just different because you're at a different point in life. You're very busy. A lot of people are settling down around this age. I have friends who are married. I have some friends who have children now. They're having babies. I have some friends who don't have any of that. It's a very strange mix because everyone starts kind of building their own life and you're not as involved in it anymore. Like in your 20s, I need to eat over the jar or a plate. In my 20s, or even when you're younger, I just feel like you're so involved in your friends' lives. Like anything, any decision they're gonna make, anything that they're going through, they go to you and they're like, hey, I need your help. I need this. What do I do? This and that. Whereas in your 30s, it's like, we're all kind of in our relationships and our lives and we just make the best decision for ourselves or with our partner or with, you know, other people and friends and family. And it's just like, I don't even know if that makes sense, but you're just not as involved in the decision making, in the process, in their lives. You go longer periods of times without seeing them, and it's simply because you're so busy. Everyone has different schedules. If you have a baby, your life is so different compared to the friend that doesn't have a baby. One of my best friends has like a 7-month-old, and I'm like, she just lives a very different life than I live. Love her and her baby. But I feel like I'm in such a different place than a lot of people, especially with what I do. And it's just weird. It's just weird. Oh my God. That was a big bite. I bit off more than I could chew, literally. And if you don't know, I'm not originally from Toronto, so I moved away from my hometown to Toronto to pursue acting and this industry, the entertainment industry, being a performer. And obviously I pictured my career that it would be in a very different place by the time I was 31 because I've been at this for literally over a decade and I went to school for drama. So because I'm in a city away from all my friends and family and I'm pursuing this industry, which is obviously unique and different compared to all my other friends, it's just weird. Like I feel lost in my 30s. And I feel like by the time you're in your 30s, your life should be more together. And I'm not saying that that is right or that that's true. I'm just saying that's how I feel. When I picture 30s, I'm like, oh, your life is all together. You're more financially stable. Your life is more put in place. Whereas I'm in my 30s now and I'm like, I still don't know what I'm doing at all. No freaking clue. I have no idea what my future looks like. I don't know anything. I'm still figuring out so much of my life. And I just feel like, I guess I never pictured my 30s being that way. I don't know. Maybe I'm taking my 30s too seriously. I don't want that mushy pickle. Do you guys feel the same pressures, even if you're in your 20s or even if you're in your 40s or 50s? Are these normal feelings? Are these normal emotions? I just feel more overwhelmed and lost than any point in my life. And in my 20s, I was like, oh, I feel so lost because you're trying to decide what you want to do in school. You're trying to decide what you want to do in a career path. There's so many parts in your 20s that are really fun and lighthearted, but are also really confusing. You have to make a lot of decisions. And it's like, shouldn't I be past all those feelings now? And when I first hit 30, I was like so emotional because I'm like, oh, well, life's over at 30. Like, just give up on everything you're trying to chase because what's the point? So dramatic of me. I'm so dramatic. I wish I could give you a bite because it's the perfect amount of crunch. But now that I'm 31 and turning 32, it's hitting me even more because I'm like, oh, now I'm in my 30s. Like when I first hit 30, I'm like, oh, I'm still 29. Now I'm in my 30s, and every month and year that passes, I put more pressure. Where was the logic in that? Good thing it landed on my pickle blanket. As the time goes, I'm putting more pressure on myself, but I'm aware of it, and I'm trying to tell my mind that pressure doesn't even exist. You're putting it on yourself, but it doesn't feel that way. How do you shut that off? Honestly, how do you turn those thoughts into something different? Did you feel this way in your 30s and you no longer feel? Are you feeling that in your 20s? Because if you're feeling that in your 20s, oh my gosh, enjoy it. From someone who is now in their 30s, I look back at my 20s and I'm like, girl, what were you so freaking stressed about? What are you? I wish I stressed less in my 20s. Now that I look back, I'm like, girl, it wasn't even that serious. Not at all. If you're in your 20s right now or younger, I'm so jealous of you, but you better soak in every minute. Every minute. I mean, really, no matter what age, we should just soak in every minute to be alive and to be healthy and to be happy, because we're so lucky that we wake up every single day, you know? So no matter what age, we really should be just soaking in every single moment. And maybe because I'm more aware of how quickly time's going by, it feels like I'm running out of it. When in the big picture, I'll look back one day and be like, girl, you were in your 30s, you had so much time left. But I also don't know how much time I have, and that's a whole other bit of anxiety. So anyways, any advice, thoughts, feelings, I would love to hear it, because it's been weighing on me. It's been weighing on me. And I feel like it's different. It's different talking to people in your life versus talking to strangers. I feel like getting advice from strangers, just, it's a completely different perspective. It's non-biased. They don't even really know you. And I could really use some of that right now. So, thanks for coming to my Pickle Talk. Let me know how old you are and your thoughts and feelings on this. And until next time, that's all I got. Stay classy out there, stay sassy, and I'll see ya tomorrow.
Oh, what the hell? It's so recording!